All right, take it away.
Firstly, I'd like to start off by greeting everyone. Yeah, by name it's Olebogeng Diale, but a lot of people call me by T Plato, a lot of names. My business is called Abasebenzi. Abasebenzi meaning workers. Workers, meaning my work is basically based on hard labor and hard work. That's why it's Abasebenzi. So the business was established in 2018, and then what we basically do, we cater out tables, chairs, tents to functions such as weddings, funerals, your matapa, tombstones, unveilings, and yeah, parties, any events that you would require, where any event that you would require chairs, tables, and tents, and yeah, that's what we do. And then, but we mostly focus on funerals because that's where actually where Abasebenzi comes from. Um, it came in because where I come from, I actually come from a family business which we deal with funerals. We run a funeral undertaker. So in the undertaking business, in our black cultures, black funerals and black cultures, we usually have your tents and tables and chairs. So in the past, we our Diale funeral parlor is the family business name. So in the past, Diale funeral parlor used to hire out chairs and tables, like we used to outsource. So that's where I saw a gap, and then established Abasebenzi, so I could hire those things to Diale funeral parlor. It's basically in association with Diale funeral parlor. That's what we basically do.
So what inspired okay, basically what inspired the Abasebenzi company was you saw the opportunity to actually be
Ye-
associated with them. Am I
Yes,
correct? Okay.
yes.
All right. In nice. Wena Europa papa hutut.
No, I get it. More business, you have to keep everything more known to. I get.
What obstacles or challenges did you confront at the beginning of your entrepreneurial journey?
Well, um, challenges that um, in the beginning, I didn't
Mm,
receive. Okay, my challenges was actually maybe raising funds, to like raising funds of buying the type of the equipment that I needed. But then in
mm,
terms of clientele, it wasn't such of a challenge because already there was an existing clientele which already existed called Yali Funeral Parlor. You understand? So
yeah.
Agere Yali Funeral Parlor used to outsource at first. So all those people that they used to outsource from, I substituted those people, and then I came in place. So
Mm,
meaning I in business wise, I would always have business because substituted to the people that were in place. You understand? So
mm,
like going out to instead of going out, people will come to me
okay,
because
all right.
already they knew, okay, go Diala. Diala has been there for years. Um,
Mm,
so that's, and then we've been there for 4 years, and then all these years it's been outsourcing. So for target market, yeah, Canele was firstly the people by the funeral, and then obviously you get your extras after funeral, but then people would have your unveilings, and then I get already they got your service car funeral, and then they would also come back for unveiling, and then would also want body full and stuff. They would the first reference that the Ababata did such things would be you because you assisted the first time. So
Mm.
like customer wise, I didn't have such of a challenge. Yeah. And then because and then in terms of actually it wasn't such of a challenge starting the business. I
Mm.
would say it became a challenge later on. Nah. And then because like my challenges would be equipment that get lost and like I wanna like more such in such a business um you lose a lot of things, you lose a lot of items, like you spend a lot of money more replacements and repairs because you know okay like in the catering business you take out things knowing some of them would not studying the gas the incessant and stuff. So my challenges would be damages and stuff, but it's not in the beginning, it's when the business is already
Established.
booming, established, let me say so, yes.
Yeah.
That's but during I didn't get such a challenge, yeah, starting the business. But then the opportunity, me seeing the opportunity, ne?
Mm-hmm.
I firstly I used to study go TUT, ne? Then
Mm-hmm.
TUT, I left TUT, I went to Varsity College with the way I graduated. And then from there I went to go work, go Midrand at the MTN warehouse. I was an inventory controller.
Mm.
And then so like Lesego was saying, I didn't see a point like when I waking up every day, going to work, and then like traveling from Randfontein to Midrand every day was exhausting. And the amount that I got monthly, and then compare it to what I'm spending at transport and spending on food, like it wasn't as it I understand. Kore
Mm-hmm.
you phelela go bereka, you work for,
Yeah.
you wake up every day. Yeah, you understand. It's like waking up every day for nothing. So one day, my aunt would be, I'd say my aunt would is one of the people that inspired me to actually open the business.
Mm-hmm.
She one day sat with me and then asked me, "Gore Mare, is this the life that you want to live? Like waking up every day?"
It's
Because I used to
insanity.
wake like during the week.
It's like you're doing the
So
same, expecting different
yeah,
results.
like doing the same thing every day, like every from Monday to Friday.
Yo, did we lose him? I think we lost him. Okay. So we can still continue. So I think he will come back. So yeah, you can share some of your obstacles, challenges that you faced during your entrepreneurial journey.
Um,
Oh.
Yes, my network was quite bad. Yes, as I was saying, my aunt being my inspire. Like she was when I was still working and stuff, and then she came to me one day and asked me for like, is this the life that I want to live? Yeah, every day work 7 to 5. And then I was like, no, I not in August, because like I've always been business minded from school. Every I've always wanted to do my own thing. Like I even went to a point where I even took Banaba Skolo about transport. You understand? And then yeah, then she came. Oh, okay, but then yeah, this is the thing. Um, I can help you out in such a way. You offer loan, abo? So you can start off your own things, and then once you've established, and then you pay me back. And then she asked me what like what kind of a business am I thinking of? And then I said, no, why not? Why should I start far where I can develop more what's already existing more high? Yabo? And then just keshebe where the gaps are and then fill those gaps. And then I saw, okay, no, um, company ya ko high, we spend a lot of money on paying the people that we outsource from. We spend like it's a lot that we like for instance, if, like an average of 15 funerals, right? So already there's 15 tents and close to 500 chairs that are gonna go out on a weekly basis, which is a lot of money that we lose. So why not let me buy the tent and stuff and rent it out to the family business instead of paying other people what they wait like on. You understand? And then obviously coming to me, it's not growing me as an individual, it also grows company because now company I settle and then we have our own things and then um it also creates jobs for Bato. And it actually created jobs for people that worked internally called Lerona because like again we have permanent staff and then we have temporary staff. And then those temporary staff they only used to work they used to work only on Saturdays, like on days study funeral, maybe Saturdays and Fridays. So now because of the now they can so they start they like, because of the business now they employed from Tuesdays until Saturday because I get on body those tents and all those equipments need
They
to
need
be
to be
cleaned
packed and
and then
stuff.
obviously you need to have people that are going to put those things up and then yeah you understand yeah so it actually for people but say but now like temporarily they now became permanent and obviously abone banalente kwabasebenzi it opens the gap for other people but for other it opens a gap for employment people who are working go Diale, understand and then yeah then started growing ne challenge I then became here ke tla mo pateng ya ka ya challenge that you asked and then I get it started growing
Yeah.
the business started at 2018 and then we had our COVID I think it was 2020 and then COVID it then became a big challenge it was actually a mess the best I actually went out of business during that time because like during the COVID times the funerals were limited the gatherings were not allowed anymore
Yeah.
so obviously without gatherings you can't have tables you can't have chairs and tents but anybody beneath so I didn't have business on my side but obviously Diale had the business on their side but yeah that's another topic yeah so it became a
They made
challenge it became a
they made
challenge
a killing. Excuse
Yeah. they
Yeah,
they did it
it became a challenge for
because he
on
was
my side. You
actually
understand?
yeah, you were benefiting on your end because of them.
Yeah. Hey, and then thanks for the COVID. So we'll be back on our feet again. But
Yes, yes.
yeah, and then um the problem that I usually receive, né, from catering, why like I said before, like your catering, you always need to have like you always need to have like inventory control. Always need to know how many things you have, how many things you sent out, and how many things when it's a young, it's a and how many things you need to repair. I think you spend most of your money on repair. Am I still there?
Your
Wangu
network
Damolash.
is breaking.
Hello.
Ufrizite no. Ufrizite.
Now
Yeah, now you back.
is it?
Yeah, now you back.
I think that we'll just hold it like this. Yeah, and then in terms of yeah, so like basically you would mostly lose your money more the replacement and repairs. But then I don't think I have much of a challenge ka business because I get it like more our black communities. Re na le the funeral policies I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So naka itse gore it's saying okay on body policing, obviously, when you have a funeral policy, your policy includes everything that you would require for funeralling, which would be your coffin, your tents, your caterings, and everything. You understand? So naka is or like like you get those individual people that would want tent for maybe if the young one. It's a taba ya di funeral. Wabo?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I get depending on those. My dependent mostly go funeral parling because like I have how many I think I have 25 tents, ne?
Mm-hmm.
And then on average ya bereka tso tsotlhe. On an average weekly ya bereka tso tsotlhe. A se ga ngata ke outsource. I would only outsource if ke na ne di-tent tse more, if ke na ne di-funeral tse more. One understand, but basically not abasebenzi yone associated le funeral part.
And then, Toto, so you have
Yes.
different types of tents, right?
Yeah, yes. It depends. Again,
So,
these tents depend on like one let me go back to the policies. I'll keep going back and forth ka Diale and Abasebenzi because association. Ne?
okay, yeah.
More these policies, ne? More these policies. Again, you get different categories of the policy. You get that
Mm-hmm.
policy body coffin and normal. You get that policy casket, and then you get that policy the coffin let's say tura. And then lidi tente, they go ka yone range
Oh,
eo. Okay, go na le police akere for instance one police ya 50 rand. Go na le tente e tsamayang ka di-policy tseo tsa 50 rand. And then go na le policy ya 100. Wa understand fela ya. And then
mm,
some people would say okay ke batla stretch tent ko ntlong ke batla eng wa understand.
yeah.
And then you
Okay.
price those accordingly as well.
And then now I lost my train of thought. What I wanted to ask, taba ya gore, so since you get a lot of your business from Diale, ne?
Yes.
Over compared to how much they used to outsource. Like, is it like family discount or
I,
is it
I check.
like how's the pricing?
Obviously, my pricing would be lesser, but not
Is it
200 rand
lesser?
less. But now, yes, my pricing would be lesser. Yes, it's lesser than
Is it
it's
lesser?
lesser than the Baba the outsource. Yeah, again, but the outsource,
Oh,
um, when I need transport, they need to pay for the transport. They need to understand ba patelle babereki and stuff. So now babereki baka, it was already they were already working for Dial. You understand?
okay.
So they already since ba le mo payroll ya Dial. And then Dial associated le Abasebenzi. So I didn't need to go find people to come work for nna kwa Abasebenzi. I took bone ba setse ba bereka. You
Right.
understand? Gore ba ne le
Right.
temporary, so
Yeah.
I took them as permanent go Abasebenzi.
All right. All right. So do they
Untaloganya.
get
Yes.
bakra income too from like working from Diale and also
No,
working from you?
no,
They don't.
no, they get one income.
Oh,
No.
they get
Because
one
they get an
income.
income as I already divide I figure to that. It's one
Mm,
and the same business. Gore fela Abasebenzi ke division ya di-tent le catering and everything. But otherwise it's one and the same.
okay, okay, I get
Ko
it.
le branding that is ko tla bona ka branding ya rona mo divene gore okay it's Abasebenzi Diale. I understand.
Okay, okay, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right, okay.
it only becomes a division when LED private clients, which is maybe when I want or go patent go high and mosebetsi, and then I need a tent, I need chairs and stuff. And then that I would pay them aside because it's no more part of
Oh,
the funeral and the and stuff. Yes, it's now Abasebenzi or Nefel. Yeah, because
okay,
I'd
okay.
have to pay for those working hours and stuff. Yes. Learn now, and being your own as one of the
Yeah,
best things that you could think of. Yeah, because
yeah.
where I used to work, né? I like sometimes I feel hore like wait this 7 to 5, and I actually used to work in a box because with some places the way you work and then you get to interact with other people, you get to network and stuff. Where I used to work was take the black at the cell phone. So you basically it's you and the cell phone, you and counting cell phones. You don't meet anyone else.
You're right.
You don't network. You understand? You report to you report to so many soup. And then now
Okay.
I would say I'm a hard worker.
Yeah.
Ne? Mosebetsi was 7 to 5. But at times I tend to get lazy and I want to do things on kanako yaka. You understand? So I
Yeah.
think being an entrepreneur, you get that allowance of doing your own things at your own time. And then it gives you also an
Mm.
opportunity to venture into other things as well because you have this time to yourself. You understand? You don't need to report to anyone to do anything. I think that's why
And then
a lot of people would. Yeah.
I wanted to ask as well, how has your perspective of success changed over time?
How has it changed
Hmm.
over time? Well, in the beginning, as I said, ne, we started with success. Okay, no, unless we can't start success in the beginning. Let's say we started well on a peak, and then obviously came this whole COVID and everything. That's when we the business lagged. But then I think we're growing. In terms of success, we're growing. As long as Diale is growing, our savings will grow as well. You understand? Yeah, because of
Absolutely.
exposure and everything. You understand? And then
Yeah.
yes, in terms of success, yes, I think the business is growing because weekly, because now I see we do have equipments, but then at times we outsource. Meaning, if we still outsourcing, we still have a gap that we need to close. And gap that we need to close, meaning closing that gap, meaning we growing, and growing meaning success.
Yes, I
Yes. I think waking up every day to something you enjoy doing should be part of your motivation, né? And as part of my motivation as well. And then what keeps you motivated as well is that doing something I like as well, and I'm doing something that's in my industry, which I grew up in, which I was raised in actually. Doing something that I know and that I know best. Um, and seeing people, um, and like seeing growth in other people as well. Like people that were temporaries there, which are now permanent, and which, if about to inspiration, e le bona ke, and which motivates me as well as an employer, seeing such things. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's one of my drives and motivations.
and then Toto, how do you
Yes.
employ people? What type of like is there criteria you kind of have in when you employ your people?
Not, no. Mm-mm. As long
So
as
what do
you
you
can
look for?
work,
So what do you look for
like
basically?
put like can't say I look I can't like there's I don't have a specific thing that I look for because like for my on my side like putting up a tent is not rocket science. Like you can take
Yeah.
anybody who can work hard labor or kamatsogo and stuff and put them there and then just teach them how to do Yes, and that. And then employing people, we usually take people from internally from Diale because that's what they do on a weekly basis. They put up tents on a weekly
Mm.
basis because of the funeral. So we usually take people back home, like we uh, hire internally
All right. Okay. All right.
when we
Then.
hire. Let them know. I'd say
Okay.
it's
So
safe. I think it's safer to hire people that okay.
no, you can continue. Sorry.
Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, I was saying it's safer to hire someone who knows the job, like unlike teaching someone the job. I understand. Like you get a lot of complaints, ka ditente and stuff, like especially the funeral, because you know people ka the funeral,
Yeah.
people are all emotional and stuff, and then like there's a whole lot of mediocrity, much thing and stuff. So sometimes, and then you send out people that don't know the job. I understand. And then they get into conflict with but body family and stuff. So that's why I say it's better to hire I think it's safer to hire internally because of job experience that they already have. That's why we
100%.
usually take people instead, yeah, from internal.
Okay, guys. So I'd like us just take some time to just after that talk about the drivers of